Hi everyone, it's Dr. Morris with Magnolia Medical. I'm not sure if, hopefully you can hear me all right. I don't have my headphones in, so hopefully the microphone's picking up. If you can hear me, I know it doesn't look like anybody's watching yet, but if you can hear me, give me a little thumbs up or something, just let me know that you can hear me. So I wanted to go over some things that are bad for your thyroid gland. If you have hypothyroidism, if you have bad thyroid or hyperthyroidism, there's some things you need to know about the thyroid. All right, and we're going to talk about a little bit about chemistry today. And I see somebody's watching. You give me a thumbs up and let me know that you can hear me. That'd be great. Okay, so the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland needs iodine in order to make thyroid hormone. Okay, you have to have iodine in order to make thyroid hormone. In your thyroid gland, you combine a protein called thyroglobulin. You combine this protein using an enzyme called thyroid perioxidase, and that enzyme helps you add iodine onto that protein. So if there's 3 molecules of iodine, you get T3. If there's 4 molecules of iodine, you get T4. If you know about the thyroid at all, you know that most of what the thyroid produces is T4, not T3, but you need iodine. Okay, so iodine, I'm going to switch over here. Hopefully you can still see me. Looks like I'm still there. So here's a periodic chart of the elements. All right, so going back to chemistry class, and this column right here, column number 17, hopefully you can see that. This right here, number 53 on the periodic chart is iodine. All right. Now, so we need that for our thyroid glands. So certain foods like Brazil nuts gives us lots of iodine. You should have a couple of Brazil nuts every day. It gives you some good quality iodine. There's some healthy foods that give us good amounts of iodine. Meat generally gives us good amounts of iodine. But here's the problem. There are lots of food out there and things that we consume, things that we do, that puts these other elements in the same column, column number 17. This is called the halogens, okay? This column is called the halogens. So fluorine or fluoride, most city water is going to be loaded with fluoride. All right, and your toothpaste. Remember, your toothpaste has lots of fluoride in it. If we have too much fluoride in our body, it competes in the thyroid gland. It competes with iodine, so we never get thyroid hormone because we're trying to put the fluoride onto the molecule of the protein instead of iodine. So get fluoride out of your diet and out of your body and out of your water. Filter your water out and try to find a no fluoride toothpaste if you have thyroid problems. Chlorine, all right? Chlorine's the next one. Guess where chlorine is? Swimming pools. It's also in city water. It's in bleach. So chlorine will compete in the thyroid gland for receptor sites for iodine. Bromide, okay? I talked about, I think my little slide here says bad things for your thyroid. Bromide, brominated flour. Most flour produced in commercial bakeries is brominated, which means they add bromine to it. So due to the molecular mimicry of gluten in wheat, rye, and I can't remember the other one, barley. So we have gluten in wheat, rye, and barley, which has an impact on autoimmune issues related to the thyroid, such as Hashimoto's, and the molecular mimicry of gluten related to the thyroid. Now we add to it that gluten, not gluten so much, but bromine and brominated flour can have an impact on your thyroid gland. So probably the worst food you can eat if you have Hashimoto's or an underactive thyroid of any kind, 95% of underactive thyroid is due to Hashimoto's, probably the worst food you can eat is going to be bread. Just facts, okay? Anything with flour in it, really. Bread, cake, especially if it's commercially produced flour. You can go on to Amazon, find some flour from, if you like to bake, that is. You can find some flours from like Italy that are really different, and they're actually really make great bread. But you can find some flours that are not brominated. Okay, so you can find that on Amazon. Now we have iodine here, and this last one, number 85, is astatine. which is a radioactive substance which also competes for receptor sites on the thyroid gland. Now, fortunately, this isn't just floating around in many places, but it does show up when tested in thyroid gland, even though there's such a minuscule amount of it. In our environment in general. I think there's only 25 grams of astatine on the entire planet, or in the Earth's crust or something like that. So this is not floating around very easily, but when checked for, a lot of times we find this astatine taking up receptor sites in the thyroid gland that iodine should be occupying. So anything that has these things in it, fluorine, chlorine, bromide, or fluoride, chloride, bromide, bromine, or astatine, are going to be bad news for your thyroid gland, okay? So I'm trying to get my screen back here, make sure that I know what I'm doing. I wanted you guys to have that information because it's important, if you have a thyroid problem, that you know what to do to help take care of your thyroid. Let me know if you thought this was helpful. Also, if you know someone who has a thyroid problem, please share this with them. That way they can have this information as well. I always ask that you share. It helps us out. It makes me want to come back and do more if you guys are sharing, and more videos if you guys are sharing this with others. Again, let me know if you thought this was helpful. If you have a thyroid problem, share this. I appreciate you watching. Take care.